Amo. Turn down the overlap. Chips it inside. Angling for space through now. Williams turns, fires, scores! Rhys Williams. A remarkable individual effort to put Detroit City ahead.
The timing is everything, and we were just talking about the poor decision-making on one end, but this is about Villanueva and how quickly he can find that outlet ball coming up through the middle. Watch how fast he releases to the interior as he finds the square ball back across. That opens up all the space atop the box. You then have to find a way.
He's on a 4.5-year deal. Cross in for Birmingham. Second bite of the apple. Launch back in, header diving, it's in! Derek Dodson equalizes for Birmingham. In his 5th game for the club, his first goal. And Tommy Sohn's men have a chance to go grab points in Detroit.
There's proper coverage on the first ball whipped in on the near post. The problem is everybody gets caught ball watching on the second one back through. No pressure to step out and at least get in front of Tyler Pasher. Too slow to react. And then as they start to rotate, too much ground. Initially conceded that nobody steps back through. Is Stephen Carroll frustrated by the lack of coverage?
It was a recycled set piece. It saw Birmingham pull level in the 82nd. All crossed in. Header toward the back post, knocked down. Kavita! 2 goals in 6 minutes. Birmingham leads on the road. It's magic for the Legion in Detroit.
Throughout the entirety of this build under Tommy Sohn and the change tactically, we talked about the structure you had to have down underneath. Phanuel, Kavita, and Alex Crognale. Watch the two of them going to work atop the 6. That's a mismatch right there. Well recognized by Pasher in the corner. Alex Crognale, 6'5". He's got almost 5 inches on Devin Amumensa. And all you're looking to do here is get a body on the ball, redirect it towards net. There's so much traffic.
Never met.
Life lessons with Joe.
Until that moment there. Corner driven in by Ibarra. Kwizera, dangerous ball, back post, and in! They've been knocking on the door, and Albert Dikwa has his 4th of the year.
We've talked about the importance of set pieces, especially at home where you have yet to win. As this ball rotates around, it's a movement from Albert Dikwa to get into the blind side unmarked, but yet you have to give credit to Kwizera. Creates a little bit of space, and when he does that, he unleashes this ball with enough pace, enough power, no backtracking whatsoever from El Paso Locomotive, and you cannot leave the reigning MVP and Golden Boot winner.
Kwizera takes it. Kwizera with speed, has Dikwa running centrally. Kwizera forced wide by Dollenmeyer. A little bit of defending. Kwizera sneaks through. Still Kwizera going for goal! That may be the goal of the week for the individual effort by Jojea Kwizera, and Rhode Island's ahead by
2. Worthy of a selfie. Player that has the ability to produce that little bit of individual brilliance. And sometimes, Joe, you just want it more. As this ball rotates over, Dollenmeyer does really well, but just how quickly he sets him up right through the legs. A little bit of separation, and it's a clever finish. Everyone thinks he's gonna come around with his right foot and wrap his hips around it. Wrong first, Pascal.
2. Kind of as a single entity for Rhode Island, since they've all been similar taken similar paths. That game against Memphis, they took a 2-0 lead. Come back to it in a second. Looking for a third. To the end line, fed in front. There's a third for Rhode Island. For the second game in a row. Now a few sounds on the score sheet to extend the lead to 3. And they will celebrate even further now here at Burns Stadium.
Just fantastic recognition of where the space is for Rhode Island. As you're building out of the back, you draw in 4 El Paso Locomotive players, and this pocket of space that Anking picks up is exquisite. As he takes that touch horizontally, he knows no future.
North Carolina FC, here's Anderson. He's got a 1v1 lined up. Anderson keeps it. Anderson, nifty little pass. That shot struck, and North Carolina FC takes the lead. Beautiful finish. Boy, Anderson made it all go and then laid it off perfectly. And the finish was impeccable by Evan Conway.
We've seen how explosive Anderson can be. As he goes inside out, he's delaying. Mark Segber's unable to.
There is a giveaway. Laid off. Here's Conway, 1v1. Conway back, right foot. 2-0 North Carolina FC. Shaft Brewer steps up and stuns the home side right before the half.
Just create something out of nothing from this North Carolina side. We talked about the wingbacks and how important they are for John Bradford. So decisive when they pick and choose when to join the attack. As you play direct, you win second balls, but this little pass in.
Sends it back, swung out to the right side. Cross in, headed away. Settled down by Ikaza. 50-50 ball loose, and there's one for Charleston Battery. They get on the board, M.D. Myers. And here we go.
Just a bit pedestrian-like in the back for North Carolina. You cannot afford this Charleston Battery side time and space from about 25 yards out. Just watch the technical.
Jackson Conway are waiting.
So now what does their movement look like? You need someone slashing across that near post.
Dos Santos will wing one in there. Stepping through, Markanich levels the match at 2. Nick Markanich, of course.
Talked about whipping the ball into a dangerous area and the movement ahead of the ball. Fortuitous.
Seemed like it was going to be inevitable here tonight. Does go in the books with the yellow card. And that pass slotted up ahead. Stepping into the 18! M.D. Myers, the brace. The Charleston Battery with the lead in stoppage time.
You play direct and you try to win second balls and win that.
Now North Carolina FC down a man, just trying to hang on. Myers lays it off again, and it's 4-2 Battery. Jackson Conway turns out the lights at Patriots Point. The hammer has been dropped by the Charleston Battery. Waiting for the referee whistle. Here it is, Myers runs up, give that man a hat trick. M.D. Myers bags 3, and it's 5-2 Charleston Battery.
They've got Marlon, center high waiting. Creeping in behind is Hyndman to provide an opportunity. Meanwhile, they'll swing it out to Ward. Ward. Couple of moves. Nice feed. He sees some room. And Nighte FC is on the board. Great feed. And there is Zach Duncan. Duncan, just 2 minutes ago, was down on the pitch by his own goal. Obvious he feels fine as he puts the goal in. The Australian scores. Came to Memphis last December of 2023 and gives Nighte FC a 1-0 advantage.
Yeah, what a great goal. Great move from 901. We see it here. Fernando switches it to Hakeem Ward. Hakeem Ward looks on his left. Moving, Phoenix rising around. We saw Hakeem Ward come inside.
We've got Hyndman and Marlon up there. Nice feed through to Duncan. Duncan to the right side. A little hill touch. Loose ball. Nighte FC with a 2-0 lead as Marlon with his 7th goal of the season. Beautiful transition.
What a goal again, Marlon. I'm not even sure who actually crossed the ball. It was kind of bouncing around, but Marlon in the right place, the right time.
A couple little deflections there, and Marlon, dynamic score, right place, right time, and
he's not missing from there.
Yeah, if you're that good, you find the right place, the right time.
Yeah, Steeg gets a bit lucky here with a little bounce, and then it's Zach Duncan, little flick. Yeah.
See Marlon there, about 10 yards out, beginning to move. It's a 3-0 advantage for Memphis. Nighte FC. Looks like it's Carson Steeg that came in there, gets the deflection, and the 3rd goal. You called it, and it was coming.
Yeah, it was coming. What a great ball into the box from Bruno Lappa. And Steeg, I thought he's had a fantastic game tonight. Just loses his man, and it's a simple header for a guy of Steeg's quality. Poor from Phoenix, poor marking, and they're all just standing there with their hands on their hips, but that's it. That's the 3rd goal we were looking for within 10 minutes. And here we look at it again. Great whip of a ball from Bruno Lappa. And actually, Steeg's being held, but, brilliant little cush header into the. Ultimately, you got to score goals. And, that's the whole point.
Here's Fernando. Fernando, 2-on-2. And from the backside, just keep adding on to it.
Unbelievable.
Hyndman makes it 4-0.
Tell you what, another absolutely fantastic transitional goal. It just pops up to Emerson Hyndman. And again, just like Marlon in the first half, he's never going to miss from there.
Well, Fernando waited on the ball, and you just knew once he got his foot on it, they were going to accelerate, and all of a sudden you had a 2-on-2. Hyndman comes to the back door. Here's Fernando starting.
Here's Fernando dribbling, over hits it a little bit, and then actually the Phoenix defender plays it into the path of Hyndman.
2 losses. They have come away with 4 draws, though, so to their credit, Phoenix has been able to pull out 5 results on the road this year, but you always want to try to steal those extra couple of points. There's an opportunity. He's onside. Derek's trying to cut down the angle. He got around him, and Phoenix Rising FC, they'll be on the board here in the 65th minute of play.
Like I said, you want to get that clean sheet, which Stephen Glass will be annoyed about. And you can see Phoenix, again, football's a crazy game, Jeff. You see them carrying the ball back to the middle of the field, ready to rock, ready to go again.
So Formella will get his first goal. Quick touch up the sideline. Little shove in the back, no whistle. Run of play continues. 3 ahead, and here comes Pickering.
What a goal.
And a 5-1 Memphis advantage.
End-to-end stuff. What a fantastic goal from Memphis 901.
2nd goal of the season for Nighte Pickering.
Brilliant stuff. Absolutely brilliant stuff.
81st minute goal for Memphis Nighte FC. And that gets your momentum back tonight after Formella scored in the 65th minute. Pickering has been in for about 5 minutes, and here's that feed.
Had the hydration break plus Gavilanes, an Andre Booth, careless turnover. Andrew just hasn't been on it so far here today. Morris. Detroit has some numbers and can be dangerous in the position. Williams pulls the trigger, and Rhys Williams finds the back of the net. Oh, he let that thing rip from just inside the 18 and made everybody from Miami FC pay. It's his first goal of the season, and Detroit leads 1-0.
Bit of a homecoming for Rhys Williams. As this thing starts to develop, has one thing on his mind: go at my individual defender, create a little bit of space, and just gets his hips around it, gets his foot around it. If you're Danny Barbier, at some point you have to close out. If you're Ryan Williams, you're aiming for right between that 6-yard box and penalty mark. Cause a little bit of chaos between Rodriguez.
Williams on the header, and they score again. Set pieces have burned Miami FC all year long, and this time Michael Bryant putting everybody to sleep for Miami. They're up. Detroit is 2-0. Wicked placement, excellent conclusion. Bryant and company all smiles.
Nothing that Felipe Rodriguez can do. This ball is placed to perfection. The only thing he can do. Has not been influential through 72 minutes here tonight. Watch out here.
He needs to have service and hasn't had any of it. Jope, some decent numbers. The path clear on the left-hand side. Rodriguez can't handle that ball, and Maxi Rodriguez is on the board. It is 3-0 Detroit, and the route is on. His 6th goal of the season leads the club, and it occurs here in the 72nd minute, and there's the nail in the coffin for Miami.
Transitional moments, but this run, friend Ben Morris creates a passing lane. As he starts inside out, he draws Cardona with him, so that opens up real estate for Maxi Rodriguez on the back end. Likes to go first time.
See if there's more damage inflicted here as Rodriguez coming off of his line, vacates his net. Maxi Rodriguez wide open, bullseye. Maxi Rodriguez, the brace, and they are just pouring it on. Detroit 4, Miami nothing.
Goal scored by Detroit FC's number 25, Maxi Rodriguez. Inside.
Amo with an excellent setup.
A lot of credit to Amo, but if you're Santana, too easy. 50-50 ball, you go down, not even getting touched. And then it's a composure from Amo as he brings in Rodriguez. The space is at the cutback. Where it then start.
Skundrich. Slips it through. Below, centering, Ryan was there. Loose in front for Abukara. This one will count. Abdellatif Abukara with his 4th of the year, and Loudon leads 1-0.
It has been sloppy defensively for the first 15 minutes. Loudon absolutely deserves this, and that man, Abukara, who has been everywhere, he deserves the goal. It comes off of a cross. Look at all the space. Awuwa starts it, low cross. Farr gets a hand on it.
Doherty, Yagaberi lost it to Tingy. Francois with Leggett. Francois feeds Leggett. 2v2. Wesley Leggett! First 2 opportunities he missed. This time he slams the door shut, and Loudon is on the way to a victory over Tampa Bay.
In case there were any questions, Loudon United tonight has proven that they are for real. They are very much in the Eastern Conference playoff picture, and they have absolutely earned this one tonight with a dominant effort over Tampa Bay.
You could just feel it, that it was coming for Leggett. Again, a couple of opportunities missed prior on breakouts just like this. Can't give him a third time he's going to connect.
It is a new era for Loudon United. This is no longer just
Pressure couldn't keep it under control, and it's more possession here early in the second half for Louisville City. Roll down the line again. Harris will get there in front of Cronali. A left-footed serve is headed in. Gleadle gets his goal, and Louisville City, who've been knocking on the door to start this second half, have the lead.
Yeah, the warning signs were there. Immediately they came out. They were on the front foot. They've created 2 or 3 chances. Legion FC are still, it feels like they're still trying to come out of the half.
51st minute goal from Sam Gleadle. Ray Serrano and Lou City looking for more. Hibbert didn't make a clean catch, and it's up in the back of the net. 2-0 Lou City, another early second half goal. Wilson Harris, as easy as they come.
Yeah, Hibbert's going to look at that, and he's going to just shake his head. He needs to catch that cleanly and not let that go through his hands. But if you're Lou City, you can hardly say they...
3-man wall for the Legion. Looks like it might be Serrano. Morris leaves it. Serrano fires in. What a free kick goal from Ray Serrano, and it's the icing on the cake for Louisville City. 3-0 Lou City.
And that is a fantastic free kick from Serrano. Players, when they're in that situation, we can hit an in-swinger into a goalkeeper from that type of angle, right? It almost kind of freezes Hibbert, because if he comes for that ball and he gets beat to it, as the attackers come across,
and what a tale of 2 halves this has been. Scoreless through 45 minutes between these two sides, relatively even for the most part. As Tabor Itaka turns the corner, he's on goal, squares it. Tabor Itaka gets it back, puts it in. Flag stays down, the Legion pull one back.
That's a great response from Legion FC. We talked about in the pregame that when Lou City has given up a goal.
Loss taking his time before getting this back into play. Goal scorer Serrano. Wide for Morris, top of the area, showing me. His first touches since coming on. Showing me fires and scores! Oh. The dagger off the bench from Tola showing me. 4-1 Lou City.
Just 3 wins in their first 8 matches away from home, and they've been outscored 14-8 in those 8 matches.
Well, you know, this is a San Antonio team that is really hard to judge here, and so really anything can happen. Of course, you want to bring your best, but you know there's hope.
Davion Flanagan off the giveaway, trying to service across, and it's going to deflect into the goal, and in the opening minutes, it's New Mexico United with the early 1-goal lead. They couldn't have asked for a better start here at Toyota Field.
Hope indeed here for New Mexico United. An early goal is just one way to put a big, huge gust of wind into the sails here. You got to feel for San Antonio FC. There's been so many breakdowns time and time again where things just don't fall.
Scored a world-class goal in Tulsa at the end, and unfortunately, up to SAFC a little bit short. Here's the run from Agudelo, and Agudelo! What a strike! Set up by Hernandez, and we're level at 1 here in the 34th minute.
Absolute beauty of a set piece. I mean, like a clinic. San Antonio is now back in it, but man, let's look at this. It's just in the...
And now trying to pull ahead with, again, Jorge Hernandez, who picks up his league-leading 6th assist on Agudelo's goal over the ball. And again, searching out the back post, headed down. Is it a handball? It's a goal! It doesn't matter. It's Agudelo, his 2nd, and San Antonio FC's got the lead.
It feels like the tides are shifting, no? I mean, back-to-back goals. Bittersweet for both teams, whether it's an early goal or back-to-back goals. Both teams facing adversity in this moment. It's keeping them in this game. And really, anything can happen here.
Zico Bailey. Head in and in! What a goal! What a goal off the header for New Mexico United. Tremendous! And the visitors right back down a man have leveled the match at 2.
You're down a man. It's a corner. And you somehow find the seam and the look at the goal, and it is beautiful. But San Antonio...
New Mexico United, 2 for 6 on penalties this year. And the look, dummy Pacheco. And it's a goal for Hurst, sending McIntosh the other way.
It's a game that you can't take your eyes off of. It's just one thing after the other. And yes, the
Ronaldo Damas blasts away, and it slides underneath Siaha. Switchbacks lead 1-0.
Well, you have to say they deserved a goal. May not be in this fashion. Siaha did everything right. He read the body language of Damas. Kai Green coming across, gets the ball.
Peter Nugent and now Paul Hardiman are going to have some decisions to make about that. Corner for Oakland inside a quarter hour. Header smashed across and tapped in by Riley. Oakland has gone south to Southern California and grabbed the opening goal.
Set pieces are so important, especially when you're on the road. Not the initial ball, but it's a secondary action. And he's onside. Shot's about a yard behind him. Give credit to Sherry, does everything right. Heads it back into the mixer. Every player in an orange jersey.
Kept in, clever touch. Cedeno making himself available. Diaz curling in. Snap back down by Rasmussen. Feka touching over. There's the second for Oakland. And Johnny Rodriguez hammers it home and puts the Roots up by 2. And the Roots continue to race up the Western Conference standings.
Just look at the space from Feka.
Nigro slipping it through, finds Noel. Bennett calling for it. Noel finds Bennett on the turn, goes for goal, took a deflection, and it trickles in! Their first shot on target of the match proves to be Corey Bennett's 5th of the year, and Vegas has the lead at home.
That's 3 goals in 3 games for Corey Bennett. He's on a hot streak of form at the moment, but lovely crafted goal. Beautiful ball played in. Noel with a fantastic turn. Let's have a look at it here. That ball played first time to Noel. What a fantastic ball it was from Nigro. And then into Corey Bennett, who's allowed a little bit too much space to turn. Yes, there's an unlucky deflection. And so Las Vegas fans don't assume anything at this stage.
Ngando never felt the pressure coming. Turns it up now. Ngando slips it through. There's the second. Guess who? A second on the night for Corey Bennett. And Las Vegas is going to celebrate a victory tonight at home.
Well done, Las Vegas. They've been knocking at that door now for a few minutes, and Corey Bennett, that's his 6th in the last 5 games. He is turning out to be a fantastic player for Vegas just when they need him. But Ngando running forward, thought he had lost it here, but kept going, head up, was aware they weren't tight enough on Corey Bennett for the 2nd time this match, and he's punished them, and they eventually get their...
But the press now for Sacramento. Damia. Wheat's had a nice night too. Sacramento make something out of this. Phillips, he's got a bit of room. Phillips might go for goal. It's denied. Here's Herrera with the follow-up. Sebastian Herrera knocking on the door. It opened up, and he sees himself through. It's 1-0, 87th minute.
We didn't think this game was going to end without a goal, and it doesn't. They wanted the substitutions come in a game, make a difference, and what a difference they've made. Nick Ross again involved, Kieran